All right, welcome to another uh, episode of my FX Buddies, the podcast. And so this will be 31, right? Episode 31. And it's been 5 days. Well, let me get into all that other stuff I'm supposed to say. Um, so this is the podcast, and I say podcast because there's a blog which is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. And if you can't understand me, rss.com has a transcript that's pretty good. So you can go there and also uh, my FX Buddies, and you'll find it there, and you can print it out, I believe, or look at it or whatever. And I have new subscribers there. That goes around the world for some reason. I don't know, but hey, all right. So, let me see. And Spotify.com, right? If you're paid, there's video. Well, there, of course, there's audio there, but if you're a paid customer, they have a video. The video's there. Um, but the best thing to do is go to the blog and watch the video there, because that video, I go over everything, point to the words, and there's pictures, and Okay, so that's that. Oh, if you're listening to this on YouTube, that's not a video. I know you think it's a video, but it's not. It's the podcast. And if you want to see the video, look below what you think is the video, and there's a description box there, and you see the word more. Click more, and there'll be a link to the blog, which will actually have the video there. All right, so that's it. Now, I am happy to bring this article to you. Well, let me explain why I didn't post, because all the articles, all the news is about Sudani coming here on the 15th. So I hope he really does come. There's like 50,000 articles. And even in other countries, so it's like how many different ways you can say he's coming, this is what he's going to talk about, right? So it was pretty boring. Not too many. Well, what was good, the dollar, parallel market, black market, whatever, dollar rate, it got down to 14 1465, I think, 1468, 1465. So 1465 dinars per dollar. That was a low. Then something happened. It started going back up again. But it's still under 1500. Today it got to 1497, but they knew that it was going to go up again, because the closer they get to Eid al-Fitr, they're going to spend more money, buy more stuff, right? So, okay, so there's that. And even the little screen, the rate chart that I look at, it got down to 1270. Well, up. The dinar got up to 1270. So it's different, when you go by dinars or dollars. So which is, if the dollar's going down, the dinar should go up, right? So, but it's back to its regular resting. I call it a resting rate of 1280. All right. So today is Wednesday, March 27th. It is early enough where this should be posted on Wednesday, March 27th. Okay. So I'm happy to report to you this. The title of the blog, the National Bank of Iraq announces the success of working with the global Temenos. Temenos. I'm not sure how they pronounce that, but it's very close to Tenemos, which is Spanish, right? But yeah, so I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Temenos, Temenos. But let me show you what that is if you don't know, because why would you know, right? Why do I know? Because of this glorious ride we've been on. So, Temenos Core Banking, combining cutting-edge banking technology with flexible and extensive business support. Why Temenos Core Banking? It's the most successful and widely used digital core banking solution in the world. The world! Using cloud native and agnostic technology. No, we're not getting religious on you. I believe that means it openly cross connects. It's not, you know, Apple, you usually have to have Apple things, right? Um, yeah, I believe that's what that means. That's what I want it to mean, okay? Temenos provides the most extensive and richest set of banking functionality across retail, corporate, treasury, wealth, and payments with over 1,000 banks in 150 plus countries, and now Iraq is one of them, relying on it to provide market leading and innovative products and services to their customers. So if you want, you know what, I'll put a link to this. This is not part of the article in Iraq, but I know people are going to see that and not go, well, why is she so excited about that? So you can read that and see what it's all about. I'll put that there. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so, and I believe this is the second bank that this has connected with this system. I think the Trade Bank of Iraq is connected. So the success of its new banking system, and I'm going to spend most of the time on this article because this is great. This is forward movement. It definitely shows they're ready because they're connected, right? Okay, so success of its new banking system based on the global Temenos company system T24, Temenos T24, which is considered the most important banking system. All that stuff that I just read to you on their website. So let's see. It's gives them ability to transfer via Western Union in addition to many diverse digital services. So it helps the banking services, transferring money, paying bills, knowing their loan deductions, in addition to the possibility of linking accounts to credit cards with many services that will soon be available. So see, it's just the beginning and it's going to expand and it's lovely. All right. So here, the person speaking, I'm not, that their name is there for those of you who can't see it, but I'm not going to try to say that, pointed out that the unprecedented demand for the mobile application, which was downloaded by 40,000 customers the first 2 days of its launch. So the customers even recognize, well, those who are, I was going to say up on the new technology, but those who are just accepting it moving forward, right? Um, they 40,000 in 2 days. I believe that's good. Yeah. So they see the value in it. And the bank is working hard. So the National Bank of Iraq is working hard to keep pace with development in technology and establish new standards in the Iraqi banking market. So so this is the technology that we're talking about, won the Iraqi Stock Exchange Award for its role in supporting and encouraging investment in Iraq in 2021. So This system is also rated by the largest international financial institutions. One of them is Capital Intelligence. I never heard of them, but they gave it a BB, and Moody's gave it a B3, and the CBI even rated it. And what they rated? Very good. I think that's hilarious. But anyway, so yes, this came out today, and I think this is the best news today. And then also, let's see. Wait, sorry. Let's be. This is good news also. Yeah, signing an Iraqi British agreement for joint cooperation in the stock market. And this is not, um, well, let me see. Where's the sentence? The sentence that makes this here. This agreement represents a qualitative shift in the work of brokers in the stock market in terms of stimulating the financial performance of companies and their ability to add new skills, not in the Iraqi stock market, but in other markets, both regional and global. So, yeah, really like that. Yes, yes, yes. So, the British Royal Institute has met with Iraq's deputy chairman of the Securities Commission because they already brought, uh, they're going to bring, they're in the process of bringing charges against the chairman of the Securities Commission, which I just think is so crazy because he's done all these good things. He brought real estate bonds to the ISX. What was the other thing? He wanted to sell gold, precious metals. I think he did get that done. But he had all these plans, and yeah, now they're investigating him. Hopefully he'll be found innocent, but whatever. So yeah, so I thought that was good too. Okay, so let's go back up here. All right. Okay, Iraq is ninth in the world in natural resources. Oh, I forgot the other. Let's see. Actually, this isn't really important. What I think it's interesting that they usually post this article around times where we're expecting the RV. So I thought it was interesting. And then there's another article, the financial advisor to the prime minister, he talk he talks about how, okay, we have all this wealth. Now we need to capitalize on how we invest in it. And I wanted to find that, but I couldn't. And I'm running out of time. I have to do this now or it won't get done today. But what I will do, did you go to the last blog that I did? I did post production, put the video of Kramer saying bye dinar and that lady Erin showing her dinars that she could find. I'm sorry, that she had bought and she was holding up. I put that there, so if you're new and you haven't seen that, that's where it's on the March 22nd blog post. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put, if I find, now I'm saying if I can find that article that I just described to you, I will put it here post production. Okay, here is an article. I don't give a rip about this, but some people are very excited about this new system here. So the new automation and modernization system for the ports, the border, and what's the other one? There's three ways things come in the country. But whatever. So um, there's all of the locations are supposed to be on this that SCOTA system, but since March 3rd, they have like 10,000, yeah, 10,000 containers have come through, and you could read all that stuff if you want. Okay, look, see, we're already at 15 minutes and I'm not nearly done. Okay, well, we can skip that. What's his name? Fawad Hussein is still here in America. They talk about everything. They give us little hints of what they talk about, but it's, they're not going to tell us everything. Okay. I was happy to see this. Remember I said they can't force the people to use the cards if they don't have the infrastructure, and here it is. Almost as if they heard me. They have automation and strong internet, a necessity for reforming the banking system. And that's what they were saying is the banking sector in general needs radical reform and restructuring of the large number of unnecessary private banks and not doing their proper banking work, calling for keeping the real banks that are doing their work and supporting them and providing facilities to them. Okay, so then there's other stuff there you could read. But so the problem is a weak internet, and they probably still don't have 24 hours of electricity in all areas. Okay, so another problem they're having is, look, they're putting the card in wrong. So they actually had some articles out and a video, which I can't get. It won't play anymore. I watched it once and now it won't play. But they're showing them. So instead of swiping the card or tapping it, the tap function is not working even though it's supposed to. They want them to insert the card. But even then, they have to make sure they insert the card the right way, right? So it's a learning curve that, we had to go through too, right? Okay, so here I thought this was interesting. The decline in the dollar. Parliamentary Finance says that the crisis is on its way to ending finally, right? But I thought this was positive. This came out on the 24th. Yeah, so I'm on the 24th. But some people, and it could, so if you read this, you can come away with, okay, they're not done yet. Like here it says, Sudani is discussing with the American side strengthening the Iraqi dinar and lifting obstacles on some banks. Well, we know he's not coming until April 15th. So you can pull from this if you want to. Nothing's going to happen until April 15th. And even then, he's just coming here to discuss things, right? But I just thought even they're tired of it and they want it over, right? Finally. So I thought that was interesting. Let's see here. Okay, this, and I didn't make that red. I didn't make that headline red. They did. So the Iraqi Speaker of Parliament says there will be no real stability in the region without ending the war in Gaza. So this is the acting Speaker of the House, not Halabusi. Remember, he was removed. So that's another reason why I don't. Some people say you just want to draw this out. You're just negative. Some people think I don't know what I'm talking about. That it's just baseless. I'm just saying what I say for no reason. But it's things like this um, that I. That's why I say what I say. Okay. Here, just really quick, we'll go through this. Countries are still coming. Italy. Italy came to talk to them about investment companies. Paris went to the Kurds for talks on economic cooperation. And the Czech ambassador, Iraq has promising investment opportunities. And that's just this week, right? And the president announced to the world Iraq has a more attractive business environment for foreign and local investments. So those articles are there if you want to read them, but this is interesting. Sanad, who's an independent, yes, he's an independent member of parliament. That's what MP stands for. Washington is blackmailing Baghdad with dollars, and the Sudanese government must end the sanctions file. So, and he says, so remember when we put those sanctions on those banks? The Bank of Jordan took over for them, and so he's saying that was the biggest mistake. Making the Bank of Jordan and the Gulf banks able to carry out the work of those banks was a big mistake. So, all right, here, just for those who may be looking at the Iranian rial, it is right now at its lowest level against the dollar. So I have that article there. Then here's a new mechanism for paying Iranian gas dues. And this is Nabil Marsumi. So his name may be his name may be familiar to some of you. He's an economic expert they interview on TV a lot. All right, and I thought I had one more thing about Iran, but all right. So look at this. The foreign companies wishing to work in Iraq must put some respect on it, the country's sovereignty, laws, and judicial decisions. So I just like them. They're feeling their power. Like, hey, you're gonna hire our people. You're gonna, respect us. You're gonna treat us like you treat the other countries you go to and exploit their resources. I'm just kidding. But yeah. All right, 21. We're at 21 minutes. Oh, I love this. So the OPEC Secretary General, oil is the backbone of life and calls to abandon it are unrealistic. And this is good. And who's he saying that to? Who are the only ones trying to get away from oil? The West, right? So, well, anyway, we don't have time. Okay. Central bank, the exchange rate of the dollar will decrease. So they said that because of measures taken by the CBI, ways of selling the dollar to the travelers, right? And something else. Stopping illegal smuggling and speculation. All of those, they're controlling those things. So the dollar rate's going down. And it was until today, but we'll see. It'll probably continue to go down more. So we know what happened in Russia, right? And who's claiming to do it. So here's Alina Romanowski. She pops up and says, the defeat of ISIS in Iraq is not yet complete. You still need our guys. Well, guys and girls. I'm still, forgive me when I think of soldiers, I still think of men. Okay, look at this. Isn't this so interesting? Harvard University announces the joining of Barham Saleh. Do you remember him? Probably not. But he was the last Kurdish president. And he's going to be teaching at Harvard in the Belfer Center. So look at all this stuff that knows. So that was not me. Thanks for looking out, but that was not me. Okay, so now we're going to move on to March 25th. Look at this. The most prominent investment opportunities and risks in 2024. Okay, I apologize for that. I just had to do something. Okay. Look at this. So yes, we're on the 25th. Oh my gosh. And we have 6 minutes. Okay, I'm trying to keep this under 30. the most prominent investment opportunities and risk in 2024. So they're doing like a wrap up, like an investment. Oh, look, the eyes gone. They're doing like an investment opportunity wrap up. Isn't that just great? They're talking about the Middle East and Arab countries. So it just goes to show the higher level. They talk about how gold has hit highs, Bitcoin. So this is a great article, in my opinion. Sophistication. There's a new level of sophistication with the customers, citizens. Boy, I just, um, and so they talk about our stock market, right? Uh, and even hitting on Jerome Powell and the effect of the Federal Reserve. And so it's great. Matter of fact, that's good for people who aren't Iraqi citizens to read and to learn about investments. All right, Central Bank of Iraq increasing dollar transfers through official channels. That's helping. That's a good article, but we're running out of time. Let's see here. Oh, here. Why do I have this one? So here's another article. Parliamentary Foreign Ministry. Al Sudani's visit to Washington will put the dots on the letters. I thought that was funny because you know how we say dot the I's and cross the T's? And that's what it says. Upcoming visit to Washington, indicating that it will put dots on the letters. I love that. Okay. Oh, here's another. This is a study. They did a study. So I picked the short version. There was a longer version. But here's a study they did on the stability of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. So yeah, if you want to read that, it's here. Here's a lovely picture of the CBI building, and I have the link here to it, so you can find it, the real actual, um, you know, I know I'm missing. I just totally messed up that sentence. Forgive me, but yeah. So it's good, and then they finish up with activating the real sector. Activation. Yes, that's what we need. All right, I already went over that. That's good. That's good. Oh, Swift, actually, this is, if you don't know, Swift is working on creating a digital currency platform for central banks. This is not good. We've held off the CBDC. Um, so it's people thought Swift was going away, but Swift is staying and making the shift, right? So, but they wanted to have the CBDCs introduced this year, but there's people around the world, there's people fighting it. So, and they said about 2 years, but if you find this in other news, it says, oh, you know what? It might be in here. 12, 12 to 24 months is when they hope to have this up and running. So, we still have to fight it, right? All right, Eid al-Fitr is from April 9th to the 13th. And look, they're even going to honor Easter. But they're calling it March 31st to April 1st is an official holiday for the Christian community. All right, so we're on today's news. But you know what? I'm going to end it here. I'll do another post tomorrow because there's already some stuff out today. There's a very serious threat. Yeah, I didn't even put it here. Because I don't even know if I want to read it, but it was against our military, and yeah, I guess it's a fatwa. You know how they put out. So I don't know. But so yeah, so I'm gonna end it here because it's 30 minutes. And the best news, in my opinion, today was that the new banking system. Yeah, there was something else that came out later, but yeah. So I'll do another post tomorrow. So we're gonna end this here, and I'll cover today's news. But like I said, the most important news was that the article that I covered, the namesake of today's blog. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Um, it's me. I said June is my time, but I sure would love it if they do it sooner. Yeah, everything's good for now, right? I mean, you know what's going on with ice cream land, as I call it. So, all right, just be thankful that you are where you are. If you're safe and you're warm and you've had at least one meal a day, you know, you're doing pretty good. All right, so I appreciate you listening. Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. Again, thank you. Thank you for listening. I just want people to see there's forward movement is happening. It's just there's so many other things involved, right? So, all right. Enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. And until next time.